Okay, today I want to talk about the VWAP in day trading and how I use this with stocks. Not something available for Forex because there is no exchange. So this is something that I do use when I'm trading stocks. It is a volume indicator mixed with moving averages. So the VWAP, the big difference, just to keep in mind, is it takes into account the bigger picture other than just using moving averages when using the VWAP. It's something that is available with most good brokers. They will vary as far as their style, their indicator in the VWAP. Okay, it's going to be a little different depending on the broker. I have, this is Interactive Brokers. I use a little bit different than some other people do. It works good for me. And just keep in mind that the volume, we're going to talk, by the way, this is Tesla that I have up here. Been trading it recently and doing very well, so I just want to use this as an example. I want to talk about why it is important when trading stocks to discuss volume, because keep in mind that the volume does precede the price. And there's I know some traders who just trade simply based on volume, and they do very well. In other words, no indicators, and it's really just based on volume. So that's an art in itself. But regardless of your style of trading, the VWAP is basically a series of moving averages which you can set, and you are going to then add the volume. So it doesn't matter the shares that are traded. Let's just get to the moving averages now. Let's just say you're just using a crossover with moving averages, which is what I have here. Okay, so you're using the crossovers, and you have to remember, if you're trading a stock, it doesn't really matter what the volume is. You're going to have the moving averages respond, and using volume is going to add another element. So that's why it does make sense to use the VWAP when you are day trading stocks. Now, how the person uses it, that's another story in itself. I use it just more as a volume tool indicator, and that's what this is down here. This is a VWAP right here. You see we have the volume here. We have that moving average below it, and I use this in conjunction with the moving average indicator, and I'll go over that in just a little bit. So I do find the VWAP to definitely be better for day trading, not necessarily swing trading, but really more of the day trading, because it just gives a nice picture of where prices relative to the moving averages. Now, I know some people will use stops when it comes to moving averages, and they use the VWAP as the stop, and I strongly do. I'm against that. For example, let's just talk about the moving averages that are right here. All right. Now we have the EMA here. We have the 20, and we have the 9. All right, and we are using these here. And if you're dropping, let's say, to the moving average right here, which is the same as, again, VWAP's indicators may vary a little bit, but right here, you're above this moving average right here. Okay, the top one is really going to be more about momentum. I use the green for momentum. Obviously, if we're above green, that to me is a serious indication that there is some momentum to the upside. Once we cross down and then we rest here, that right there could be a good long signal. However, I don't keep a stop at this area like some traders may do, because it's very common to come down here, touch, and come up. Now this is an area that I do look to take longs when we have a trend moving in one direction. So over here, now I would have got stopped out here, all right, on this trade, because what I do is I trail my stop below, and it's going to depend on the stock, of course, but I will put the stop or trail it below this area here, this moving average, or as some people say, the VWAP. And I find that to be a great way to figure out where you want to place your stop. And as far as the target is concerned, that becomes what the individual, obviously, what they're looking for. If you're using this on the 4-hour chart, obviously the stop and target are going to be much different. But I don't use my stop on the VWAP. Now, obviously, let's just say we got in over here. All right, we entered, we popped above our levels, and now we are moving up, so we are long. Okay, had to stop down here. So let's just say we did not get stopped. Moved up, up, up. Got stopped out right here. So the stop then becomes your take profit area. So again, you don't have to go ahead. I don't outline the exact area where I'm going to take profits. I'm letting the market take me out, and I notice that this becomes a very valuable way to trade. Hence, you can also use this just moving average crossovers. There is a difference. Of course, you're weighing it with moving average. However, I don't see a massive difference like many traders will sometimes do videos on it and discuss the big difference. So at any rate, I hope that this helped, and I'll be making some more videos, because now that we are trading stocks, it is becoming a very valuable tool. And everybody have a good one. Take care, everyone.